Yes.
Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
Are you Clyde Lynch?
Yes.
Did you send me an email?
Yeah. It was about the Dearborn situation, but you know, it was just something to show. But
This is the sovereign citizen situation. Let me see. Let me see you when you hold on. Turn your camera on.
it is on.
The sovereign citizen situation, right?
I don't know what that word means.
Well,
yeah. I'm gonna say I'm not saying that I'm one of them, but I'm just saying I'm operating under what the Constitution, Supreme Court.
And there it is, the classic sovereign citizen paradox. I'm not a sovereign citizen, he says, right before making every textbook sovereign citizen claim imaginable. This tactic is meant to dodge the label while keeping the pseudo-legal argument alive. Notice how he can't cite an actual Supreme Court case, just a vague constitutional right that supposedly overrides traffic laws. This kind of reasoning stems from misinterpreting the Constitution's supremacy clause, twisting it to mean the state has no authority over me. Let's be real, every defendant has the right to challenge the system, but you still have to play by the system's rules. That's the irony here. Lynch is relying on the same court's authority he claims doesn't exist. What do you think? Is this confidence or confusion?
I know that's what we're doing now. I don't even want to let's proceed because I'm supposed to receive videos of the of the traffic stops.
all right. You have
only seen one video.
And when let's see Lynch's file. Those sovereign citizens gonna make me famous.
Well, Your Honor, when the officer pulled me over and he said that, I didn't say those words. I just told him I'm operating under the Constitution, you know, and that's all else I said to him. And he just basically lied, said I was disgruntled, asked for backup and all that. And the video would show I wasn't even whatever, I can't think of the word he said, but he was saying I need backup. I have a irate or whatever word he said, and that was not even true.
All right. Well, what I'm going to say is if some video exists, the last time you were here, I know it was set for trial because Corporal Bennett appeared and Officer Dunn appeared. I don't see anything here that says anything about requesting video.
I sent it to the law department, and I believe I sent it to you that day because you gave me the email address, and I sent the email.
Let me check my email.
Because I sent it to the wrong.
I believe I remember you saying that.
Yeah, I sent it to the wrong email address, and I had to send it. I had to write it correctly.
Was this sent to me by mistake? I got Dearborn 19th District Court stuff?
Yeah, I just sent that like a couple of days ago because when I went to go get all my files, the affidavit, one page was missing out the affidavit, which was the body of the affidavit.
And now the plot thickens. Lynch says his evidence has disappeared, claiming affidavits, DVDs, and paperwork were stolen or misplaced. If that sounds dramatic, it's because it is. This lost documents narrative is another sovereign citizen staple. It's a built-in excuse to explain why their case keeps falling apart. Instead of accepting responsibility, they blame hidden forces, secret departments, or federal interference. But Judge Perkins doesn't roll his eyes, he listens. He lets Lynch speak because fairness matters, even when the argument doesn't. That's the sign of a real judge. Control without confrontation. What would you do if you were in Perkins' seat? Cut him off, or let him talk himself into a corner?
And I haven't heard anything about it until I went up there to check on my paperwork, and then they gave me a bill. So I just walked out the courtroom. I've been trying to find some federal assistance on that because all my documents gone, CDs, DVDs, all that, all my paperwork. Only what they gave me, and I'm like, it's supposed to be another page to this. They say that's all they had. So I got all the recordings of the whole transaction and everything.
Well, I know something, Mr. Lynch, I can appreciate you, and I will definitely listen to any kind of argument that you have, and I'm going to make a ruling on it. But at the end of the day, this Constitution and stuff argument, I haven't seen it work. I'll just let you know. And the stuff that you gave me last time, we had a long conversation about that.
This is a key teaching moment, Perkins calmly states. That's just not the state of the law. It's simple, direct, and devastating. He reminds Lynch that pseudo-constitutional arguments have never worked in court. Why? Because no matter how passionately you interpret the Constitution, personal theories don't override established precedent. Perkins also ensures that everything Lynch submitted will remain in the file, showing transparency even when the material itself is nonsense. It's a subtle but powerful move, proving that justice isn't biased. It's bound by structure. It's incredible how a single sentence, "That's not the state of the law," can end a 10-minute rant.
And it's just not, I want to make sure all of the stuff is in this file now too. It's just what you're saying is just not the state of the law. Some new stuff. I'd be interested in hearing what you have to say.
Well, basically, what I'm going to say, we just going to continue with the case, and whatever comes about. If the paperwork I given wasn't irrelevant, that's it then. So what is the next step?
So either the next step is take a plea, which I'm sure you don't want to do, but I'll give you the offer, or take it to trial, and those are the next steps.
Well, I guess we're going to have to go to trial.
I'm going to set it for a jury trial too, so you can bring this in front of a jury of your peers and see, what they say. And I guess you don't want a lawyer, right?
The other cases that I had got dismissed for the same situation. So
say what?
The other cases I had for this was dismissed, and you told me to give you one name of one person, and I could have said it then and there. It was myself. I had court cases for the same thing, and it was dismissed on whatever circle.
Here's where things get interesting. Perkins offers Lynch two options: take a plea deal or go to trial. And predictably, Lynch chooses trial. What's wild is that Perkins even sets it as a jury trial, meaning Lynch will have to present his constitutional theories in front of 12 everyday citizens. It's a brilliant move. The judge knows those arguments won't survive outside the echo chamber of sovereign talk. This is the moment where legal fantasy meets courtroom reality. It's not about belief, it's about burden of proof. Would you rather take the plea or gamble with a jury when you're standing on thin legal ice?
Let's do this. Let's call it and put it all on the record. I have my court reporter back. Let's call it and put it on the record, all right? This is the city of Detroit versus Clyde Darnell Lynch. Case numbers.
How you doing?
SP 1537940, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1554736, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1558135, counts 2 and counts 3. SP 1590696, counts 1 and counts 2. Mr. Lynch, state your name for the record, please.
Clyde Lynch.
All right. So, Mr. Lynch, let me ask you this, and this is just to understand, try to really get a grasp of your position. I understand you're why don't you, if you're not a sovereign citizen, usually sovereign citizens tell me, I don't want a lawyer. If you're not claiming the sovereign citizenship, why don't you get a lawyer to help you out with this?
I can't never find no attorney. The last attorney I got, they was telling me you should have just took a deal, you should have paid the ticket, and you really can't find nobody who's going to take your case. So basically, I'm in limbo, and basically all I have to say, not guilty with impunity.
Let's say this. I guess if you're
I'm not a
not willing
national,
to,
so I'm not a national, so I can't say that. All I'm saying, I'm just a citizen, and all I'm going to say, not guilty with impunity.
well, how are you in? How are you immune to this? Because I mean, let's just do this. You don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to tell me how you're going to proceed with your case. You're fully in the right to proceed however you want to proceed. I'm going to just give you a jury trial, and you'll have to present what you need to present in front of a jury. Will you allow me to assign a lawyer to you just for the purposes of, help?
Request, and I understood his request, so we're just hoping for a different attorney.
Right.
But I think if I'm understanding our conversation, he does not want a jury trial. Mr. Lynch, was that correct?
No, I'm going to give him a jury trial because, listen, he's already filed. Where's Mr. Lynch?
Right here.
All right, let's go back on the record with Mr. Clyde Darnell Lynch. Mr. Lynch, turn your camera on.
That's what I was trying to figure out.
I'll give you a prompt.
Okay, hold on. Here you go.
So he's already filed a lot of things with me, and we've had a long discussion about what he's filed and the legalities of it. I don't find anything that he's filed that has any merit. So that's why I'm giving you a jury trial, because if you bring the same stuff in a trial, if it's the same as what you're giving me and the stuff that you're professing, based on what I see, you're gonna lose.
So
by me.
If the judge is saying the information is not valid and the people don't know.
Now we reach the heart of it. Judge Perkins lays it out plainly. If you bring this same stuff to trial, you're going to lose. That's not an insult, that's professional foresight. He even tries to help Lynch by suggesting an attorney. Perkins knows the courtroom is no place for YouTube law. But Lynch refuses, convinced that he's discovered a loophole in the system that no real lawyer can understand. This exchange is both tragic and fascinating. It's not just about law, it's about belief. Lynch genuinely thinks he's defending his freedom, while the court sees a man trapped in misinformation. And that's the danger of sovereign ideology. It convinces people they're winning even as they walk toward legal defeat.
You a fighting chance with these arguments that you're making. You're not, what I'm telling you is you're not going to have a fighting chance with me. You're going to lose unless you come with something substantially different than what you have. At least with the people, you said it yourself. They don't know the law, or they might not even know the law. So you may be able to get them to side with you just because they love Mr. Lynch and they want it. I don't know. But other than that,
if they want no jury, I really don't know people jury. I'm not even gonna do that. So if I found guilty, so I'm gonna have to sue every person that was a juror.
I don't know what you're gonna have to do. I don't know, Mr. Lynch. You're the one that's making these arguments up, and you're the one that has researched and done what you've done. You provided that stuff to me, so you're expected to know the law. You're expected to know the law. So whether you can sue jurors and whether you can sue whoever, that's going to be on you to know, and then or if you don't know.
So, what did we learn from this case? Judge Perkins once again showed what it means to lead with calm authority in the face of chaos. Darnell Lynch, despite his confidence and paperwork, never provided a single valid legal basis for his claims. His reliance on constitutional sovereignty collapsed under the weight of real law precedent, procedure, and due process. The takeaway here is clear. The courtroom is ruled by facts, not feelings. Sovereign citizens may argue for freedom, but in practice, they're fighting against the very system that protects it. If you found this case as fascinating and frustrating as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns. Trust me, you won't want to miss what happens when fantasy meets the full force of the law.